Well, as the humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepens, Israel has blocked nearly all food aid from entering the region. For more on this, let's bring in Alexandra Saieh in Washington. She is the head of humanitarian policy and advocacy at Save the Children. Thank you so much for making time, Alexandra.
Thank you for having me.
When you hear about the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, taking this trip, making this push for a ceasefire, for aid to get into Gaza, is that encouraging from your standpoint to hear that? Or what do you hope leaders from the U.S. or elsewhere could do to help the situation in Gaza?
Look, children in Gaza cannot afford to let this war continue for a single more day. The situation is even more catastrophic today than it has been in the last year. We're seeing some of the lowest levels of aid entering Gaza. The situation now is actually just like it was a year ago in October, when the government of Israel declared a total siege on the Gaza Strip and didn't let anything come in. And September and October saw some of the lowest levels of aid entering the Gaza Strip. The situation for children is absolutely catastrophic. Children and their parents, they are unable to cope with what's happening. Children are dying of preventable and addressable diseases. The hospital system has completely collapsed. And it's just a complete nightmare. And northern Gaza is absolute hell for children. We are seeing 400,000 people, almost half of them children, trapped and besieged by Israeli forces. Almost nothing has entered northern Gaza. There are reports of just bodies strewn across streets. And the UN is unable to even send help to pull bodies out of the rubble. It's just a complete nightmare, and it needs to stop.
So tell us, Alexandra, about what your colleagues are able to do on the ground, considering those conditions.
Look, we have a health center in Jabalia, which is in the middle of the Gaza Strip in the central area. But what we are seeing is very alarming. We're seeing increased cases of children with malnutrition coming to our clinic seeking help. So the situation is going in the wrong direction. It's getting worse. Just a few weeks ago, one of our health staff had a young boy come in. His mother brought him in. He was unable to move because he was so malnourished. And so, and that's just one case. We are seeing these cases all over. And every aid organization working in the Gaza Strip is in the same situation. What we are able to do is extremely limited. We are continuing to see aid workers come under attack. More than 300 aid workers, majority of them Palestinian, have been killed in the last year. And the space that we have to operate is very little. Almost 90% of the Gaza Strip has been issued evacuation orders. That means that there are no-go zones. So people are confined to a tiny strip of land, and that goes for aid organizations as well.
Okay, Alexandra, really appreciate you giving us the update from your colleagues on the ground there. Thank you. That's Alexandra Saieh, head of humanitarian policy and advocacy at Save the Children.